Setting up a robust Kubernetes development environment on AWS with infrastructure as code. This podcast is brought to you by Business Compass LLC. We are an Amazon Web Services advanced consulting partner. We build and migrate workloads to Amazon Cloud. Our website is businesscompassllc.com. Our phone number is 973-638-2228. Our email address is contact@businesscompassllc.us. In the rapidly evolving world of cloud computing and container orchestration, Kubernetes has become the go-to solution for managing containerized applications at scale. Combining it with infrastructure as code, IAC, tools like Terraform and Ansible can streamline the setup and management of your development environments. This podcast will walk you through setting up a Kubernetes development environment on AWS using IAC. Setting up an AWS account. Before diving into Kubernetes and IAC, you need an AWS account. If you don't have one, follow these steps. Sign up for AWS. Visit the AWS Management Console and create an account. You'll need to provide billing information, but AWS offers a free tier that covers many services. Create an IAM user. To avoid using root account credentials, create an IAM user with admin permissions. Go to the IAM section in the AWS console. Click on Users Add User. Assign programmatic access and attach the administrator access policy. Save the access and secret keys. You'll need these to configure your development environment. Configure AWS CLI. Install and configure the AWS CLI on your local machine. AWS Configure. Enter your access key, secret key, default region, and output format. Configuring the local development environment. Next, set up your local machine with the necessary tools. Install Terraform. Terraform is used to provision infrastructure. Download Terraform from the official site. Install it by following the platform-specific instructions. Install Ansible. Ansible is used for configuration management and application deployment. Install Ansible using pip. Pip install Ansible. Install Kubectl, the Kubernetes command line tool to interact with your cluster. Download Kubectl from the official Kubernetes site. Install Xtl, a CLI tool for creating and managing Kubernetes clusters on AWS. Install Xtl following the instructions on the official site. Creating the Kubernetes development environment with Terraform and Ansible. Now that your local environment is set up, let's create the Kubernetes development environment. Define the infrastructure with Terraform. Create a directory for your Terraform files and navigate into it. Create a main.tf file to define your infrastructure. Provider AWS. Region equals us West 2. Resource AWS_VPC main. Sitter_block equals 10.0.0.016. Resource AWS_subnet. VPC_ID equals AWS_VPC.main.id. Sitter_block equals 10.0.1.024. Resource AWS_X_cluster K8S. Name equals K8S cluster. Role_arn equals AWS_eom_role.x_cluster.arn. VPC_config. Subnet_ids equals AWS_subnet.subnet.id. Initialize and apply Terraform configuration. Initialize the configuration. Terraform init. Apply the configuration. Terraform apply. Confirm the action when prompted. Configure Kubernetes with Ansible. Create an Ansible playbook K8s setup.yml. Hosts, localhost. Tasks. Name. Configure Kubectl. Command. Xtl create cluster name K8s cluster region us West 2. Run the playbook. Ansible playbook K8s setup.yml. Destroying the Kubernetes development environment. When you're done with the development environment, cleaning up the resources is crucial to avoid unnecessary costs. Destroy resources with Terraform. Navigate to your Terraform directory and run. Terraform destroy. Confirm the action when prompted. Clean up with Ansible. Modify the Ansible playbook to delete the cluster. Hosts, localhost. Tasks. Name. Delete Kubectl cluster. Command. Xtl delete cluster name K8s cluster region us West 2. Run the modified playbook. Ansible playbook K8s setup.yml. Following these steps, you can efficiently set up, manage, and tear down a Kubernetes development environment on AWS using Terraform and Ansible. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please share this podcast, visit our website and follow our social media links.